Hello and welcome CIS Class 2332. My name is Ismael Diaz, and today I'll be presenting to you all my research project about single board computers. So before we get into what exactly a single board computer really is, I'd like to establish a bit of a contextual premise here. So in our current digital age, I think the pace of growth for wirelessly connected technology and devices has never been higher. With people today having more access to fundamental topics like electronics, programming, and engineering, I think it's no wonder that SBCs are more popular today than they've ever been before. Now, with that being said, I think we're ready to tackle what exactly a single board computer really is. And so I guess I would personally describe them as pocket computers, in the sense that they're essentially a fully functioning computer, just in an extremely small form factor. So whereas typical desktops would have dedicated and independent components that serve to be as add-ons like RAM and the graphics card, for example, different expansions. A single board computer does not have this, so it's all already installed onto the board itself. And due to their nature, single board computers are actually pretty commonly used for specialized tasks. So it's quite common to see people buy Arduinos and Raspberry Pis with the sole intention of tinkering with them, experimenting, and just learning from these devices in general. So I think that's one of the great advantages of having such a low cost device be publicly and readily available to anyone who wants to learn. Okay, moving forward. There are over 40 billion wirelessly connected devices in the world, and this number is only growing as we increase the adoption of technology, as we integrate technology within our daily lives. Um, and by 2030, we're projected to have over 125 billion wirelessly connected devices in our world. So this number is set to at least double within the next decade. Let's take it back for a second. A brief history of single board computers. In the 1970s, one of the first SBCs to ever debut was called the Dyna Micro. And it was considered an SBC because it included all the necessary components and I/O connections on the board itself. So, by this definition, most modern day motherboards would actually be considered SBCs as well because um, they have most of the functionalities built in into the motherboard. And on the topic of single board computer history, modern SBCs as we know them don't have a very far tracing history actually. The Arduino first came out in around 2005, and it was designed by a team of Italian designers who really just wanted to popularize the use of SBC and get them out towards engineers and other programmers alike, to have a low cost board which could be used for a variety of different things. Just a few short years after this, though, BeagleBoard.org, a nonprofit, actually launched their own competitive low-cost single-board computer to compete with the Arduino. This differed, though, in the sense that they really did emphasize the adoption of open source policy, having their hardware and as well as their source code be open source. Not long after this, though, a group at the University of Cambridge's computer laboratory actually sought to create a low-cost computer to serve as an educational tool for students, professionals, and programmers alike. They sought to really bring this kind of tool to novices, to experts, to professionals. This was revolutionary. It really it disrupted the SBC market, and Raspberry Pi has not slowed down ever since. It's remained one of the most popular and well supported devices and SBCs out there. Now, how far have we progressed? I'd like to say we've progressed very far. Um, Today's SBCs honestly are just as capable as desktops, laptops, tablets, and I would say this is mainly due to our computing power and efficiency being drastically increased, and us being able to have more computing power in a smaller area. This only drives down costs. This only makes SBC more viable and more powerful, more capable, really. Just one of the few things you can do is you could browse the internet on an SBC. You could make a video or a music streaming device. You could easily emulate. You could play maybe mobile games. You could stream games. You can do just about anything a regular PC can do with these modern SBCs, and that's great. That's really a testament to how quickly and how far technology. Now, on the topic of the uses and applications of SBC, really this is just scratching the surface. You can do so much more with these. These are just some of the examples. Especially for gaming though, I mean, some of the examples here would be like emulating. You can emulate old consoles and old console games. You could potentially run mobile games natively on the SBC depending on how powerful it is and how demanding the game would be, obviously. And you can also stream games directly from your PC or other devices. You could also make a home server on your SBC. And I think this is a great option because of their low power draw. I think this makes them ideal for these kind of workloads. And also due to their small footprint, they're quite small in nature as well. So you mean they could fit in just about anywhere. But just to name of the few uses, you could make an email server, you could host a web server, potentially host a game server. You can make your own home storage server as well. There's really just an endless application for SBCs. Now, some of the most interesting things that you can do on this is you can create smart home hubs. You could make, an entire ad blocker for your house, for your entire network. You could potentially make a music or a video streaming, dedicated device using an SBC. You can use them for robotics. There's really just so many applications that you can use these for, but devices and applications for the Internet of Things specifically really piqued my interest. I actually already have like a lot of ideas and projects that I already want to do relating to this, so it's really a great and versatile option for a lot of different projects. Yet another application of SBCs is actually in mobile development. A lot of developers actually use SBCs to help them with debugging and programming with their mobile applications. And so in conclusion, I think modern day single board computers are really just absolutely more capable and powerful than ever. With nearly endless configurations and specifications, there's really a board for just about anything you can need one for. The possibilities are truly endless. I've personally ordered one myself. I plan to be doing a few projects on a Raspberry Pi. I plan to be getting more familiar with programming and the hardware side of everything. So I think it's really a great learning opportunity. It's inexpensive, it's accessible, and it's overall just a great choice for anyone who's looking to learn. This is my credits or citations page. I'm not exactly sure if I had to show this in the video or not, but it kind of made it seem like I had to from the instructions page. So just in case. But once again, thank you very much for watching my presentation. I hope you all have a great day.